I want to talk a little bit about the idea of coldness and just like everything, not really everything around it, but some things around it. Sometimes I think when we think of coldness, right, we think of it in like a negative aspect, where sometimes it can be in a negative aspect. But I was thinking recently that sometimes I don't see coldness as like this form of cruelty that some people may see it as. I think that there is a certain level of coldness that is needed to go through in the world, and it can be a very positive thing. I think there's a certain level of coldness or becoming hardened that some people may be like, well, we shouldn't have to do that, or we shouldn't. No, like, I think it can actually be seen as kind of a beautiful thing to be cold and to be hardened, right? When you look at certain materials, like you make certain materials and you put them in the heat and they're able to bend and flex and whatever, right? But then when you finally harden it, it becomes this thing that you can actually use, and it's strong steel, you know? Not only I feel like is coldness necessary for us to maneuver through life, but it's also really important for us to protect others who can't necessarily be cold at the moment, like children. I think that kind of brings me to like how it becomes a beautiful thing, where sometimes our coldness can sometimes show our humanity in a way, or make us more humane, if that makes sense. When we look at like the leaders of our country, when we look at these stuff and we're like, oh my god, how could he do that? Da, 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 da. I think there is something we can learn. I think there is something that we can learn. The coldness that they use to make certain decisions, I think is a coldness that we need. And what I mean by that is, I'm not saying we need to start making fucked up decisions to fuck up people. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that what our mission is sometimes needs to take a cold approach, and to be able to protect the people that we love and protect our rights. I believe there must be a certain coldness about it. When I look at things like protest and they say that they don't work, I think that because it lacks a certain level of coldness. But also,